Action.
All right, thanks. Okay, this is a video demonstration on how to replace a transport belt on a Delarue / Talaris TCD. Okay, you want to remove this pan. This comes up like this. Typically what I do is I work on this side first. I get it freed up. This is where the O-ring's at. I use the pan that I took off to place my items. There's an E-clip right here. This is where the woodpecker's at, so I got to get my E-clip off. Put the E-clip in the pan. I take a flat blade screwdriver and wedge this thing off without disturbing my sensor right here. There we are. Now the woodpecker's free, so this side is open for removal. Now this is the more mechanical side. There's an E-clip right here, has to come off. Remove this, put it in the pan. There's another E-clip right here, another one right here. Then small needle nose for the spring. Now I can remove this, I think this is called a clevis lever. So I kind of wedge this guy out and don't disturb that, put it in the pan. And this comes off loosely. I think this is a number 20. So this screw here, this screw here. And now my feeding mechanism is free, so it's pinned on the other side. And when I remove it, like this, I have to be sure not to break this thing, so I'll lay it down gently, just to kind of identify some stuff. Our counter-rotating roller now goes in both directions because the O-ring is missing, so I can use this time to clean this. When I put the feeding mechanism back on, I want to make sure my belt lays on top of this thing right here. So that's that demonstration. So now this belt goes on. So typically I'll use my body to protect this little clevis lever, and I want to pull it away from the things that will poke a hole in it. So that's how the belt is removed. If this is a bad belt, you could just cut it off with a pair of scissors. So I'm going to simulate another install, and I don't want to put it on this side. I want to flip it over, so I use this as my leverage. So I will use this to protect. So I need to pull it all the way around these guides like this and roll it on, sort of like a bicycle chain. Flip it over, and that's that. So now I'm good with that. So my belt's back on. I can take this thing, and I need to push down on this, and then get my mechanism in the pin. I will double check my idler here, and then I will do it like this, so the mechanism will lay down into the pin. I don't have to worry about it flopping around. So I want to secure it. And typically I'll push this thing all the way up as far as I can. Put this little lever back on. Then we'll work with the solenoid and hit back on. And line it up. Nose with this. Right. Failure right there. Okay. And then this guy. And now I can work on putting my E-clips back on. This ought to go pretty smoothly. All right. And this one. And one more. So now this is good. If you look, I will check the actuation of the lifters and the count fingers here. And then I'm done with this side over here. Work on the woodpecker side. I will use the solenoid to get my pen in the right position so that I can push the woodpecker down. E-clip. And needle nose pliers. I feel like the sous chef at the Japanese place. I'll flip a shrimp into my hat. Last but not least, the O-ring. the most important dude on the feed module. Now a transport belt has been changed. Check our pin. Good to go.
5 minutes, 8 seconds.